Yaha everybody and welcome. Konnichiwa, konbanwa, ohayo gozaimasu, buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenas noches. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, wherever and whenever you are in the world. Welcome. Everybody's having a wonderful day. We started a little bit later than I expected today. I had a lot to do after the day's work and then the grocery store trip, which I usually do on a Monday. It was a big grocery store trip. And getting back and helping with kids with homework and stuff like that. And by the time I looked at the clock, it was almost 8 o'clock. And I was just like, oh my. I was popping on people's streams and saying hi when I could too, but it was a very busy day. So, that said, Yaho. Thank you for claiming first on the first attempt, blessing. Thank you for claiming first on this attempt. Teddy P, once we got back, everything looks stable now. Thank you for claiming second, Al. Thank you for claiming third, Serafina. Thank you for the lurk, by the way, too. Yaho, big door. And, yeah, you managed to sneak in there before I did the restart for the crash, blessing. It's pretty impressive. And, Yaho, blessing, Brianna and Kira on YouTube and everybody else that's on YouTube. I hope you're all having a wonderful night. So, let's turn on the game sound, which apparently I don't have the menu loaded up for. There we go. Okay. So, I have Cat's Eye loaded my Unbreakable Crystal Warrior right now. I can load Horizon. Those are the things on my mind, obviously. I set up all the weekly Eco Warrior stuff yesterday and got all my weekly chores done. The Dark Knight is level 18. The Beastmaster's level 31. The Summoner's done at 75. And Black Mage, I still have to finish the Sleep Good 2 quest. So there's that. As far as Unbreakable Crystal Warrior goes, let's switch into the game screen. I don't know if it's a traditional American greeting, big door, but very Western, maybe 1800s. How it is a texting greeting. But even then, it'd probably get you trouble in Texas too these days, wouldn't it? But enough about that. Let's grab my controller. Normal Texas greeting? Okay, see, we got a Texan to verify. Yaho, Kento. So I've been to Texas a couple times, but I can't say I've lingered in there long enough to get like a feel of like the culture very well. I think you'd want to stay there for at least a couple months before you could really speak to the culture. Alright, sorry about that. I need to talk to my set about something for his homework. So, okay. I got the Wyvern Egg. We unlocked some jobs. So Scholar was already done, as you guys know. You guys saw me do Dancer. You guys saw me do Beastmaster. Well, I saw me do Beastmaster. You saw me finish Bard, for sure. So what else did we get done off stream? Well, a few things, and bad things too. I think I already talked about it during the Grandia, but for those that didn't hear me explain during the Grandia Open what had happened, as you can see from my job levels, my Red Mage is level 1. So, when I was going to unlock Corsair, as you guys know who are familiar with the Treasures of Atagon areas, Imps are true sight up to like 18 yalms. And I tried to think I was safe to get to Ozolf Isle. I was trying to knock out the finishing of the mission to get the mod locker unlocked as well, because inventory is always a desperate issue for sure. And I thought I was safe. Game turned right as I went, aggroed me, Blizzard 4, and my red mage was dead in one cast. Just that was it. If I didn't blink up, I might have been able to survive, and the shadow would have eaten it, and I would have been able to get through the door. Unfortunately, I did not die shatter. But then on my white mage, I managed to level, and got some progress. And got to 30 from an incursion. And then I kept pushing. Finished Corsair. Finished the Azov Isle thing, got my vengeance there. As you guys remember with Salty helping me at the beginning of the Grandia stream yesterday, I was able to get the Valkyrie Sand and finish Blue Mage. Finish Puppet Master. So Corsair, Puppet Master, Blue Mage, Dancer, and Scholar are all done. I also finished Ninja. And so Dragoon, you saw the Wyvern Egg. I have the pieces for Samurai. And then Summoner, I only need the Fire and Light. If anybody sees any fire weather in anywhere on Cat's Eye, let me know. I need the ice weather too. So, yeah, lots of fun. But I gotta essentially, that's where we're at. I want to continue unlocking the jobs. So that's kind of the focus for this character. And then from there, I don't know, either I'll pull the Puppet Master out or the Dancer probably and start punching away, trying to get some levels and stuff. Oh, the Dragoon quest? Do you remember what type of account you were playing, Blessing? I'm assuming it was the Ace one, because that one's pretty much like the normal account. The Crystal Warrior one's like the intense craziness. I'm in Juno. Okay, yeah, so Ace. Yeah, no, it's smart. That's smart, honestly, Blessing. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna Provenance Warp, because I gotta get to Windy. Because then that way I can get to Sandy. Because I'm pretty sure I need to get to Sandy for this quest. Let's re-update myself here. I'm having the weather night. Yeah, I need to speak with them and make my inventory. MC is in Northern Sandy. Yep, so I gotta get to Sandy. But I gotta... Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. I did a garrison with Midas yesterday. So, Midas messaged me, like, I was supposed to be in bed, as you know, but I was, like, riding boats, because there's a lot of boat rides to get to Ottergon and stuff like that, and from Selbina to Mora and all that, so I was just, like, doing boat rides and everything. And so then, right as I'm finishing up the Blue Mage quest, Midas messages me, like, hey, you want to do a garrison for Kolshushu? And I didn't have Kolshushu yet as an outpost warp. And it was like, oh my gosh, yes. Because then I can just ride the boat to Ottergon easily. Until I, unlock access to it or have enough points to have silver coins for the fast travel, There are easier ways to get to Ottergon, but I don't have any of them set up yet. So being able to get to the boat quicker makes it a little bit less painful. Plus just even having the Kolshushu one in general is really good for quicker access to getting like Maze of Sakrami and stuff like that. Yahoo, yahoo, TJ! But while doing that garrison, the white mage leveled up to 31, and almost up to 32. I found the garrison to be very simple, honestly, but we only had one group. We had one party. It was me, Midas, and 4 other players that I can't remember. I think one of them was a Dragoon. A lot of Crystal Warriors. I think I was the all-known. Me and a Dragoon were Unbreakables, but everybody else was Crystal Warriors. Honestly, it was just snooze fest. It was goblins, And it would be like 2 goblins at a time for like 3 waves. And then the 4th wave was like 3 goblins. It was really, really easy. The bomb tosses were like, not nice. I had to put up our fire for everybody for sure. But like, just, some regens, occasionally some spike healing. They punched through them real quick. It was good. I hope all the garrisons on Cat's Eye are that, like, reasonable. Because honestly, like, I don't know what everybody's so terrified of then. Oh, you can get shattered, yeah, but like, if you're getting shattered, something went really bad. Like, somebody popped it before the mages had their MP or something. Like, something really bad happened. Because it wasn't that bad to heal for. So Kento, I don't know if you're still around, but when is your bunny girl stream? I wasn't paying enough attention to the dates and stuff, but I do remember bunny girl stream because that sticks in your mind, as a concept. But like dates and time, that does not stick in my mind as well. So bunny girl stream, I remembered. Dates and time, no, it just didn't click. Okay. So now I'm gonna get to see if I actually have the Kolshushu warp from the garrison. I don't think people lied to me about this. I should have it because of the garrison now. I also have to do a delivery to Zarkabar. So technically I can do that. Oh no, there's Kolshushu. Okay, cool beans. Alright, we're taking Ranafar for now. We got 30 conquest points. And outposts, fast travel on Crystal Warrior is a piece of cake, you guys. And you don't need, here's the thing, you don't need garrison to unlock this. Where do you go for the Fort Galsba incursion? Because you gotta walk. Yeah, you gotta walk. Kento, I wish I could tell you. I haven't done Fort Galsba's incursion. But I can tell you that there's it's a little glowy point, and it's like rally point or something. So like, what you would do, right, is you go to your map once you're on the zone with the group, and then go to markers, and then punch it to the right once. Because when you punch it to the right, that'll show you the markers. I don't have it now because I'm solo, but it will be those blue markers where your party is, and they'll all be standing there. And just be real with them. Just tell them, yo, it's my first incursion. And they'll be cool. Honest to God, people are cool if they know it's your first incursion. And these zones are the first incursion zones, so people expect it sometimes. Just all I gotta tell you, Kento, is, dear God, you need to be level 8. Because you're gonna go up to, like, level 20. You'll go in level 8, and you're gonna come out, like, level 20. And if you're more than level 8, like you're level 11 or whatever, you'll be, like, 23, 24. Like, just kind of do the math from there. It's, like, that much XP. And if you linger near the end, you can get more. Oh, goodness, I'm running the wrong way. But yeah, it's lots of fun. Go with plenty of inventory. It is so stressful. Crystals are flying left and right, and like all this other stuff. And then you'll see, like, in your case, you'll see, well, I don't know if the rings will actually, oh yeah, the keys can drop. So you might even, near the end of it, you might even see the keys. And you need the 3 keys for the Cosm Airship Pass. So it's like you can scoop one of those. You'll see spells. I don't know if you play Mage a lot or not, but there's spells flying through there and bard songs and... Oh my gosh. It's like a who's who. You'll see these things called worn weapons. Those are the ultimate weapons starting. Like, obviously, you know how the relic ones are crappy too for Dynamist. Well, that's like the Crystal Warrior ultimate weapon line. So if you happen to see one of those that lines up with the job you play, try it a lot on that too. You'll also see here's one piece of gear I got from mine. I don't think this one's gonna be in Fort Galsba. This is called Gambler's Chapio, and then it's got the little white high quality around it, so it's HQ, right? Level 20, defense 9, MP 20, intelligence 3. And then a gazillion jobs can equip it. Like, all the mages, obviously, but then on top of that, Bard, Dark Knight, Corsair. Green Fencer. Yahoo, yahoo, Larry David. No. I do play on Horizon. I recently just finished my 75 Bard. And now I have Dark Knight sub to work on. A whole bunch of stuff, obviously. But I was playing that for the eco resets and everything yesterday. But this is Cat's Eye. This is a special mode called Unbreakable Crystal Warrior. And when you die, you shatter on the job. You're only level 1. You can't trade on the auction house. You can't trade with players except for link shells. And, like, quest-related items, such as, like, the Taru cards. Yeah, I play on them. I play on retail. I play on lots of servers. I love this game. So, Kento, I hope that answers your question from earlier. Make sure you're at least level 8. Any more than that's good, but you'll get level synced down. Every boss you fight, you'll get 2 more levels. So it goes from level 8 to level 10, then level 12, then level 14. And I think you end at level 16. It might go up to 18. No, I'm pretty sure you end at level 16. And then, yeah, inventory's flying. Because every time I'm there, I'm always stressed out about inventory. At the end of the garrison, we have Dragon Chronicles, and there's that in the pool, too, which is nice. Oh, yeah, you're gonna be going there a lot, Kento. It's great. Like, when you shatter, it doesn't feel so bad, because you're like, okay, I gotta make 8 levels out in the noob area, and then I can go hop in an incursion, and I'll be back in my 20s again. Oh, okay. Take over. People riot. Okay. Nya. I know, I'm slow. Thank you for reminding me, take over. You know how I get sometimes. That was 4 whole minutes ago. I am on Uni Sakura at the moment, so I guess the kitty ears make sense. But, alright, so where was I? Wyvern Egg. I gotta go to the church. I know. Well, you know, a lot of the questions that I ask Coach are just silly, too. Like, I know that once in a blue moon, you miss it, Origin. But it's fun to ask Coach anyway. Must be some myth I've heard their takeover. So then this guy is gonna send me over to Murfertod Mountains, right? Now, I have the outpost out there too, to Oregano. I know it sounds like I'm saying the food oregano, but it's just the spelling. I guess you could say Ironego or whatever, but like... yeah, we're gonna stick with oregano. My ring good? My ring is good? Okay. Back to Provenance, so we can go back to Windurst. I will figure out the fast travel systems of every single mode. I will use them to minimize my travel. So help me. Everything off. So that 9 charges on these boots. There we go. Take me back to Ranodil. So pretty much running back to the outpost guy so that he can take us to Oregano. And then I gotta sneak in invisible and run all the way over to Castle Oster's entrance. Not quite all the way in, but pretty darn close. From there, though, the real question is if me and a trust can beat up the Dragoon, the dragon monster? I think so. I think you can enfeeble it enough and keep him healed or a warrior healed or whatever. I don't know. I ready to throw up refresh for an hour. I had to pick up a fresh signet too. And you're just like running from to and fro and doing missions and stuff and not fighting anything. Don't care a ton about Signet, but I'm probably fighting something soon. Already have the supplies for Valadunia too, so we'll run up there at some point. On the house. So if a friend shows up like Midas or anybody that's like level 30 or like Brave, I'm gonna be trying the samurai stuff too, I think. But I'm saving the samurai fights for last because obviously that's the thing that might shatter my white mage. I think the samurai fights have the highest chance of shattering my white mage, even with a trust. But I don't know. Yahoo, Zerway. Hope you're having a good day. I was lurking on your stream earlier today. I was a little busy with stuff, but so I was only able to listen a little bit, but I saw you playing on Cat's Eye.
Your skill has increased.
So we are working on the Dragoon quest now. I'm bringing the Wyvern Egg over to Castle Ursh's entrance. This is pretty close to where my level 26 red mage had the first shatter. It wasn't the second shatter, it was like the first big shatter. I might have had a smaller shatter before that. But yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The goal is to have all the advanced jobs that you can get without 75. And then that way, I have a lot of options. So that if like anything shatters, I still have like options. I at least always want to have like 2 decent options. So that I'm not left with like nothing. But obviously to do that, I kind of got to gamble a little bit. And white mages usually pretty good about that because benediction and ringing out and wrapping cures and stuff, it buys you time, especially when you're trying to escape. We're gonna have to put on the walking song, guys, here. And Reeves didn't put on Stairwax. There's no music in the zone! Phantasmal Adjurations. The ones from Odin and stuff, right? Maybe I'm confusing it. There might be like a custom cat's eye content, but when I hear that, I think of, okay. Ah, okay. That's a bummer. They don't even have like an alternate version of Odin to fight. So it's not Mega Man, but I could definitely see the Mega Man inspirations. Brianna, your feet is gonna be ever cold. The Final Fantasy XIV references until January. Now, and then we'll probably even be a lot into January too. Getting close now. Of course you wanted to run right in my way. I understand. I always forget I touch it and it says like nothing happens. Like, oh no, and then it's like, wait, trade the egg. The music just cuts off. It's like such a glorious moment, and then he's like, yep. Time to cut it down. This is why we can't have nice things. Well, that covers that. Okay. Okay. Ling. I was gonna invisible and run over to Gideus, or not Gideus, Castle Ostraja. But nope. Nope. My butt pulled magic aggro. Good thing I had my ring equipped.
Your skill has increased.
Alright, so I gotta go back to Sandy again. We have to go to Sandy to do the weather anyway. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do. So getting hit by that monster messed up my fast running. We have a bit of a hike on our hands. So how's everybody doing? Everybody's kind of quiet. Anybody up to anything interesting in 11? I'm sure everybody's either H&M hunting. What's that? Tiamat already went down. So it's like, you know, the Herald's Gators for the day are claimed. On Horizon, you know. I'm sure people are doing their Dynamises. Oh, trying to get to 18 so you can unlock sub-jobs. Uh-huh. Now closer you on that. And have you tried Incursion ever? Well, you're very close. Yahoo, Haven, Astra. Yeah, the Magic the Gathering cards are a lot of fun. That's a very fun limited. I really love playing drafts with the Final Fantasy set. The Jobs cards were very, very cool as a concept. It was a simple concept, but for limited, it's a very cool concept. And yeah, for 14, I still need to do the 2 Final Fantasy raids and finish a little bit of Dawntra epilogue. I'm not super duper worried, honestly. But Evercool looks really cool. I'm glad that they're finally going back to the main stuff. I'm pleased to see, you know. Though, it's like, can we be real, chat? Like, if I'm gonna say something and you have no idea what I'm talking about unless you know Final Fantasy 14. So feel free to let this go over your head if you don't know Final Fantasy 14. But when I watched that trailer, I'm like, wait, so are we the Asians now? Except, like, trying to be, like, good guy Asians? Because, like, we understand the world in a more superior, energy-based way? Like, I don't know how they're gonna try to sell it, but that was my impression. So our next cutscene, though, is Rahal. And then from there, I have a difficult decision, chat. Do I try to fight with my trust in there? Will he even let me? Can I summon? I should be able to summon a trust in there. You're in for the glams. That's fair, Haven. Just like, I don't know, I think really deeply about Final Fantasy XI lore, right? Probably too deeply. And I love all the other Final Fantasies. I've played through them all. And I've played through 14, and I don't want to say I think like super deeply about 14 lore, because I'm just a filthy casual on 14. But like, the way I understood the plot, the trailer made it seem like, okay, so our goal is to bring all the shards together again. I'm like, but wait a minute. Wasn't that what the Asians were doing? Or didn't we beat up and stop the Asians from doing that? Just checking. Cause it seems like we stopped the people for doing that because we thought they were bad guys. Like, yeah, just a little confused. It sounds like that was the goal when they're like, and we need to bring it all together. And I'm like, wait, what? Wait a minute. Huh? So, I mean, obviously, it's just a trailer. Like, I don't know, I just was sitting there a little confused about that specific line. The rest of it looks awesome. Yeah, well, see, I'm all for that, Victor. I'm all for saving the people in the different shards and preventing their suffering. Let's go. You know, who doesn't want a hero? But yeah, trying to bring them all back into one world again, it's like, so the super strong people that can't use dynamis and stuff come back? And like, I don't know. Maybe I think about this stuff too much. Yeah, maybe our way won't kill people. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It didn't work out very good for the Asians, I guess. But, yeah. I'll say this much. I'm just glad they're even touching on it. I am. Because I think maybe they were a little scared too. Or maybe it's Dawn Child. I just want to take a break from it. Yahoo, DMR. Alright, chat, it's gonna be a moment of truth time. I think I'm gonna try the fight. If it seems obvious that I'm getting my button kicked, then there's no way. I'll probably warp out. But if I think there's a chance, yeah. So we're heading for the Dragoon fight. Oh yeah, there's a lot of final... Well, that's... Yeah. Plus, with you bringing it up too, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit too. But it's... That trailer was good. It definitely raises questions, and that's the whole point of advertisements, right? Get people talking about stuff and wondering. It just, hopefully it pays off, you know? The scary part of this Haven is if this character dies on this, my white mage will shatter. And then I'll only have a level 10 warrior and level 10 monk. Level 8 black mage, level 8 each. Other job, you know, for sure. But, this is I already lost my 30 red mage. But then I'm level 31 white mage now. I think I'll make it a little better because my trust will be one level higher. I could use the Dragon Crown. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's get my level bumped up to level 32, chat. Wow. Level 32. I have to make my trust a higher level too. I don't think you can get a brown chest from one of these in Battlefield Brianna, but you never know. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, though. I hope I win this. And thank you for your believing in me. And I'll be able to land Enfeebles on this dragon. We'll be able to get this dragon very sick. But whether or not that's going to be enough to keep my trust alive, I don't know.
Your skill has increased.
I don't know how you get so low. If you play in retail, never mind. You can get a chest bonus. Where you can start making lots of password chests appear. But as far as what codes appear from them, it's completely random. So in your case, you just have a seed that just loves to give you low numbers. I'm so used to seeing high numbers, but I have seen a few low numbers recently. Well, hello, Midas.
Incoming emote.
Did you come to help for the Dragoon fight? Midas is here to help.
Incoming party invite.
Holy crest. Bro, man. In military, I mean, like, I've never been trained in the military, but I have family in the military, and, like, they teach you how to, like, corner and, like, not just, like, bolt into a room and be vulnerable to attack. I guess the knights didn't get trained on this. It might be because the cutscene's still going, Midas. This is a weird battlefield for sure. Nah, it didn't work. Oh well. I guess just give me leader back and I'll give it a try. Have you ever unlocked that Dragoon on this one? feel like in Jidao is gonna be the answer. I did this already. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well. Let's try to take this seriously, chat. Protect your tube. Sakura. Aquaveil and Blank. And I'm gonna put up a bar blizzard. Because this guy's got paralyzed. Oh, maybe I had to be Lee from the start? Ah, okay. But worst case, if this seems impossible, I'm gonna have to go out and get another key item anyway, Midas. Alright, let's rest for just a tick or two here. The other trusts are great. But unfortunately, in this special node, you can only have 3 trusts until you're level 40. And the nation you start in gives you one of the trusts at level 10. And then they get the other 2 trusts, you have to go to the other nations. And those are the only 3 you get until level 40 in this mode. You only summon 1. Yeah, this one right here that I have, this red mage, is the one you get for Windy. And then the one Big Door is talking about is the one you get for Sandy. And then Volker's who you get for Bastos. Volker's very strong. But yeah. Not what I'm shooting for this time. I can land this. I did. Paralyzed landed. It's a good start. Engage. Keep ourselves slightly separated. I guess I'm not high enough level for bio on this. I don't think he can cast. Should be able to poison him. Oh geez, he's getting his face melted in. Midas, I'm gonna be fine. Holy crap. At level 32, he melted. Yeah, you saw that, right? His face melted in. Midas, I appreciate you coming out and being my insurance policy, though. You know, it didn't quite work out, that kind of buggy. It was the heart, you know? You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate you. No worries, Midas. I'm gonna try to do the samurai fight and stuff later. But first, what I gotta go do is I'm gonna go head over to Zarkabard and do the Zarkabard delivery and get the ice weather, because one of those 2 zones has to be having a blizzard right now. There's no way. So I'm gonna go do that and get those 2 things knocked out. Hopefully get 1 piece closer to Summoner. The Dragoon is done. We're gonna walk out of here though, chat. Because otherwise I have to do the whole outpost game again. And that's no fun. So I don't know what type of attacks Ajito has that the dragon was so vulnerable to. I think he has like a ranged attack, like a magical range attack. Oh, nice, Diamor. Yeah, Ace is fun. Ace, you fly by. Like, it's super fast. It's so fast. If you only have like 20 minutes a day to play Final Fantasy XI, right, and you love this game, I would suggest Cat's Eye Ace. Hands down. Like, as much as I love Horizon, I'm just being real with everybody that, like, Cat's Eye Ace is designed for somebody with because, like, you can still get so much done in the game in 20 minutes on Ace. Now, it starts to get a little bit tougher once you have about an hour or two. Because when you have an hour or two a day, then it depends on what you want to get out of the game, I'd say. Because in Retail or Horizon make a much stronger case all of a sudden. They come into the rankings. But then again, so does Crystal Warrior from Cat's Eye. And Unbreakable Crystal Warrior. So it really depends on what you want to get out of the game. Personally, for me, what's really tickling my fancy right now is having to think outside of the box. Oh, nice. That is a big jump. I would be farming stuff in Esha Zeta. I'd be beating up those worms. And then eventually, as I get closer to, like, level 55, I'd be beating up those leeches eventually. Probably be careful with the leeches. Because they link. But since I'm on bar, if I had Horde Lullaby, I could sleep them. But I like to farm there because there's not much competition usually. And then you can use the Silk for the fast travel to teleport across all the different Esha zones. Now Cat's Eye only has the two, the Ruan and the Zeta. But still, those fast travels are very useful. I have something I can toss in my inventory now. I can toss the Empress Band, but... no. I wonder if there's something else important in there. Actually starting to have spare slots. What is going on? Oh yeah, I should use my thing again. We got a long walk. Winter Chase. We got a Duanwa. They're both run first. I should get a chocobo, shouldn't I? Let me check that log. Is it long enough to deserve a chocobo, do you think, chat? I don't know. Yeah, this music is so good. If somebody tells me that they picked Sandy because this is the starting area music, then I don't like that. It's like, okay, fine. That's an acceptable reason to pick Sandy as the starting nation. Good night, Big Door. Hope you get some good rest. I got a chocobo. I don't know how much faster it's gonna make it, but if it saves me a minute or two... It's a long journey we gotta do. We do it for a summoner. And we do it for the outpost we were at Warp this week, because somehow Winder's got control of Valadunia. Oh, Alan did early. Oh wow, Alan did very early today. Hope everything's okay. My lurk on Alan did, and I'm like... That is pretty early for Al. Then again, maybe he got everything done he wanted for the day. But then again, also, too, right? I started late, so... My brain schedule's all off. See, that's why I picked Bastot, Diamor. See, that's my secret reason for picking Bastot. Right now, I picked Winders to throw myself way out of the comfort zone. Yeah, Brianna, I'm the same way. When I heard Spider Dance for Undertale, that was the song that made me want to play Undertale. And then I got it, I played it, and I loved it. And I love Spider Dance too, but like, that I remember I heard a song on a YouTube mix pop up, and I'm like, what is this? And I was like, oh, Undertale, I think I've heard of that. And yep, the rest is history.
Your skill has increased.
Yeah, I love that song. I was mesmerized when I finished Chains of Primacia, and it was what came on. I shouldn't have been surprised because we've had songs in the other Final Fantasies, like since Final Fantasy VIII. Like 8, 9, and 10 all had them. But I didn't think the MMO was gonna get one. And I was like so happy when it did. I'm not afraid, open the door. Let me cast my invisible and then get through the... Wait for me to cast my invisible before you close the door, okay? Jeez. They did not give me much of a window to get my invisible cast. Alright, I think we got a quiet zone. Yeah, shatter prevention, exactly. We're gonna put plate glitter in a hurry. almost covered the whole walk. Here we're at the end. Obsidian Glacier. We're gonna get our blue energy. It is not snowing here right now, apparently.
Your skill has
Which
increased.
is good for navigation. Terrible for getting carbuncle energy. It's okay, we still gotta walk towards Zarkabird anyway. Sneaking invisible up. There's no music here either. Horizon, why do you have good music in all the zones? Dead. Alright, what haven't I played yet? Pouncing on Pixels. So these are 4 tracks that with a little bit of help from my brother and tools and stuff like that, and some hooks that I liked a lot. We managed to craft 4 tracks for the channel. Mostly me, but I definitely needed some help from my brother, otherwise these wouldn't have gotten done. And yeah. So I use them now for silent times and stuff. My brother hasn't streamed in a long time, though. He used to like to play those trucker games where you drive around and deliver cargo and stuff. Well, that did not cover much of the walk at all. Alright, let's do the stairway. I did say it was gonna be a long walk. It's so weird not seeing snow here. Like, Bucine Glacier is so clear right now. It's usually not. Usually you can't see like 5 feet in front of you because it's like snow or double snow. So, my brother has a lifetime license to Fruity Loops. So, a lot of his compositions and stuff go from there. But also, like, tools like when you work with, like, stuff like Gemini or, like, Suno and stuff to, like, remix stuff and mash stuff up and stuff when it doesn't blend well. And, I've even pulled stuff up back in the day in, like, Adobe. But I don't support Adobe anymore, though. So, I would probably point you towards, like, Fruity Loops now. I used to support Adobe for years and years and years, and it's not like an AI battle with me. I'm not like against responsibly used AI tools. There's a bunch of other reasons. I mean, obviously not the AI that they use AI responsibly because they don't. Like there's other dishonest practices that Adobe's had since before then. To give an example, somebody that I was with a long time ago. We had used their stuff to manage all of her art in the cloud. And she had used a whole bunch of sketching programs and stuff. And had like a bunch of her commission work on her device and through the cloud and stuff through Adobe. Which we paid for monthly and everything, or yearly. I can't remember if it was yearly or monthly, but we had this for years. And they just like all of a sudden changed the app, and it was a completely different cloud structure. And if you wanted to get any of the old stuff, you had to go through this like completely archaic, very frustrating, like 20 menus long just to access any of that stuff. And then there was like a whole conversion process where it would convert it into the new app and everything. And it was like, what the heck is this crap? So then we discovered Procreate after that. It was $10 on her iPad. And like, I think I might get like $5 more for like one extension or whatever. And she's made like thousands of dollars drawing with Procreate. Like, thousands of dollars. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, she's not rich or anything. She's a very talented artist. You know, she makes like the background of the room and stuff that I'm in, and the Start Soon screen was made by her and everything. She's very, very talented. And so like all that stuff now that you see for my stuff that's made by her is through Procreate. So Brianna, I'm really picky with music. We got music here so we can pause this. We're near the end anyway. There's no weather here either. Okay, oh, dark weather. That is bumming me out a little bit. Alright, well, no big deal. We still gotta go walk over the outpost. Yeah, I'm super picky on music, chat. And so, like, I could listen to 100 songs and, like, or at least, like, I've heard, like, a lot of, like, custom music or even, like, AI-generated music that's, like, fully AI-generated. And some of them are really good. Like, DA Sakura has a bunch of AI songs on his channel, or even Maple's used a couple AI songs. And some of them are shockingly good. Like, really, really good. And then other ones are just, like, cringe as hell. Like, I've heard some AI songs that are just horrible. So it's like, yeah, it's a mixed bag. It depends. It's neither here nor there. I think the more human creativity you add to something, the better it's gonna be. As long as people use this stuff as tools, like, you can get some decent results out of it. But if you just, like, yell at a computer and tell it to, like, make you money and make you things, I don't think you're gonna get any good results. I think it's gonna be just, like, trash and slop. Alright. You take my delivery? Alright. As you used to saying. Very good. I say the one good thing is not snowing here is sometimes when it's snowing there's an ice elemental right by the outposts. Didn't want him aggroing me and casting Blizzard 4 on me. We're gonna work our way back towards the glacier, guys. Because I'm kind of, like, praying to God that there's just a rare Bucetian glacier. I respect that position, Haven. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm kind of, like, weirdly in the middle with it. It's strange, because, like, I can see that your perspective for sure. I think that there's a lot of people that some of these tools have come out with, and it was straight up robbery. And, like, calling it anything other than that is just dishonest. So, like, then where I land is like, okay, well, Pandora's box has been opened, and now there's, like, dozens of tools all over the internet and the world and everything. And some of them make people's lives a lot better. Some of them make people's lives a lot worse. And then others have lowered the quality of content for a lot of people to the point where they can't trust what they see or what they hear. Or they don't know if anything's like a real person or whatnot. And so it's definitely created its own nest of problems. But he also had a list of benefits too. So the problem that I'm seeing is like, there's something useful there. We don't have a grasp on any of it. We don't have any control or understanding of it. Like, to prevent the theft. Or not even just to prevent the theft. Like, I don't think some of these artists would care if they were actually rightfully paid for their stuff. So, like, if AI's getting giga rich, right? Like, let's just say AI keeps getting better and better and better and gets giga rich, right? Then where's the giga payout checks for all the artists and writers and everything that created all the stuff that it trained on? Like, stuff like that's kind of what I'm thinking about. So, like, then if that happened, that would be like, okay, then people could find an acceptable use out of generative AI because the AI companies are now paying humanity money for, all the stuff. For, like, essentially being able to train it on humanity, I guess. But I don't know. It's like one of those Pandora's box situations, Because, like, as much as I want something to be like, okay, well, I remember the time before the thing existed. It's here now. So, like, I guess I'm asking myself, like, well, how do we deal with it now that it's here? How do we adapt to it? And how do we use it responsibly? Yeah, a little bit, Alpha. A little bit. I'm waiting for some snow weather. I did an outpost delivery to Zarkobard. And now, neither Zarkobard has dark weather. And Bushini is clear as a daisy. And it's like, oh, come on, what's a girl gotta do to get some ice weather on her summoner, Carbuncle's Ruby? Oh, absolutely, Haven. Yes, 100%. And quality of water, too, because it consumes fresh water to keep some of these systems cool. And oh my gosh, there's so many questions. And people plow forward without thinking about safety and taking care of society and making sure that everybody's taken care of. And I hope we can do both. I want people to slow down, right? Because we've already made something very, very cool by accident, pretty much. And then that thing that came out that's very, very cool pretty much was made with, like, robbery from humanity itself. So it's like, okay, it's here. It can do a bunch of stuff. Instead of plowing forward and trying to make, like, some type of digital god, maybe we should just, like, chill with it and try to figure out what the heck this is, the impacts it can make on society, how we can use things like this responsibly, and how we can move forward and have, like, actually useful tools that help everybody and make people's lives better instead of making everybody live in fear. Yeah, there's some things, Alpha, like, for instance, alright, let me give you an example, guys. So, like, I work in logistics. I'm gonna move over to Zarkobard so we can some Zarkobard music. I work in logistics at my company. I work for a gardening company. Now, I'm not gonna dox myself and tell you what company. But I work for a gardening company, right? And I do the logistics and get the shipping documents and everything together for the American team. And I help with the European team and the Japanese team with their requests too, but mostly the American stuff, right? And so, like, where would be a way I would use AI in my life, specifically at work? Like, is AI gonna replace any of the jobs that I know? Work for John Deere. I don't work for John Deere, actually. I have a friend that used to work for John Deere, though. I don't know if they still do or not. You're right. When people will be like, alright, so what would I do with AI in my workplace? So we use Microsoft Office, right? And that comes preloaded with Copilot, which is like the worst AI of them all and it's not very good at... Honest to God, anything I've ever tried to ask Copilot to do, it's failed. Like, everything, too. I don't think I've gotten our Copilot to successfully do a single thing, ever. So there's a big fat no there. Now, have I gotten it to dictate a meeting and record what everybody says? And so that way I can look back on a meeting and actually see the important stuff? Yes, and we all use that in our office. It's super useful for dictation. But so it's like just certain stuff. Yeah, Katie, thank you for the raid.
He was he was in my stream
Nice, I was lurking on Katie's. That means I'm lurking on myself now. Let's find somebody else to lurk on. Maybe I was playing 11? Oh, Kiko's playing 11. Okay. Alright, so let's raid Velner, sorry. Let's lurk on Kiko and Velner. Perfect. Okay. Alright, chat, so we're trying to hope for we're praying to God for some weather. So we got here, it's dark weather, it's Zarkobard. I think I'm gonna have to give up on this soon and come back later. But we did an outpost delivery out to Zarkobard on this character. This is the Unbreakable Crystal Warrior mode, where if I die, this job levels shatter down to level 1. I've already shattered on my red mage again. And my red mage is back to level 1. Now I'm on my white mage, just trying to finish advanced jobs. So, yeah, lots of fun. Gotta love it. That all said, though, I hope BC and Glacier has me. Come on, show me some ice, Glacier. Give me the ice cutscene. Nice, Jira. Nope. Alright, chat. I'm not gonna wait around for this anymore. I will come check this another time. Now we're Providence out of here. I have to do the samurai fights. So yeah, that's Providence. And I can grab the samurai items. But I think samurai... Yeah, I think samurai is the last. Samurai and summoner are the last 2 jobs. Then I'll have the 20 original jobs. The Adeline jobs on this server, you can't unlock them until you have a 75. Which I'm not gonna rush into that. We're gonna see how that goes. Slowly but surely, because I still play Horizon and all the other stuff, so you know. I had fun with it. They should turn this into jail. No, this is too cool for jail. People wouldn't feel punished if they got sent to Providence. Where did I put them? Is it in Mog Safe 2? Wait, no, maybe I listed in the Mog Locker. Yeah, Sacred Sprig, Oriental Steel. Okay. Alright, we're in good shape, we're in good shape. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to outpost warp out to Gustaberg. And we're gonna try the Oriental Steel first in Kronstadt Highlands. You go, Tira. You gonna try to get further in the MSQ than you've ever done before, or are you just gonna catch up on your extra characters? Oh, I don't know if Katie's still here, but is anybody in Katie's chat? How did Jorgamund go? Because when I looked over and saw Katie's stream, it looked like you guys were farming Jorgie, and it looked like they had the claim. Did they beat it? Did they get a good drop? Bloodbath? Ugh. That's horrible. Oh, there you go, Tira. Ifrit's a good point. That's when you start being able to do... I don't know when the dailies unlock anymore in 14, if I'm honest. I was pretty sure once you got to Ifrit, you had a couple different dailies you could do, or at least like a leveling roulette, or... I can't remember though, honestly, when leveling roulette shows up as an option on your duty finder. I like pass it. There it is. I did pass it. Number Big Door went to bed early. I probably would have bugged him to try to work on their sub-job items once he got to level 18. I'll save it for another day. Oh, just after Ifrit? Oh, okay. Then I would get to that point. So that way, whenever you just want some quick, easy levels on that character, you just pop onto the duty finder. So does chat think I'm gonna win this? After the Dragoon fight, I'm feeling a little more confident about the bomb. For the tree, I might want to pull out Volker though, because Volker's got a sword. But for the bomb, we're doing the Taru. And I'm casting Barfire. 100%. And you would happen to see any fire weather too? Because I definitely pause what I'm doing to run to some fire weather as well. Fire and ice at this point. And I'll always check them off stream from time to time too. Keep my character parked somewhere convenient. But yeah, chat, if I roll tomorrow, I'm probably gonna try to get into an XP party with my Dark Knight. Now, my Dark Knight's level 18 right now. So I think I'd want to push to level 19 to try to get to like a Roland Berry Fields party. I don't know, we'll see. I could try, it depends on really who's on, because it could just be like a, hey, sync to Valkyrim and just do a Valkyrim party. Which I've been trying to avoid. But, you know how it goes. But it's like, if we get lucky and can push into a Kafim party, from there it's like smooth sailing. Kafim parties are nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it to 75 more than likely on that character. I just need to get it to 37 for having a stun sub-job option. I could just keep using scrolls on it, you know, and just like do it that way. But if I just use scrolls, I'm not gonna have it at 37 until like... God, it'll probably be like 2 months. Maybe a little less than 2 months, but still. Whereas I feel like if I dedicate a stream and get into a really good party or two on it, I'll probably have it up to 37 before I know it. I didn't get the fast travel to Norg yet. I totally need to finish that quest still. Maybe we'll farm that after. Go there on Dancer to the Hungry Canyon or Warrior. I still gotta do Dancer. Yeah, maybe I'll take Dancer up there. Or try to get the Mindragora Dewdrops. It's funny because usually I push getting the Rhapsody of Light super early. It's really important to get. But if I understand how Crystal Warrior has controlled everything, it doesn't do much for you. You get that travel to Norg. Outside of that bonus. Maybe a inventory slot or two? I didn't see much bonus. Some of you feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. Then I'm wondering at what level should I try to climb the promies? Because the zones aren't level synced on this server. So it's like, I should be able to win with one trust in me at like level 35, I think. Then I think about E&Ms up there. And I don't think that you can bring a trust out on at least on retail, it wouldn't let you summon trust during E&Ms. And I assume that's the same on Cat's Eye. So like climbing up there, even though you wouldn't shatter because it's a level sync battle. Yeah, I don't know if you can bring the trust out and win it. Can't be that bad though. They're like half the HP level of the Shades of Primacia boss. They drop those very useful earrings. Still something I can't quite ever convince anybody on Horizon to try. And if you don't shatter, that's a level 1 there.
Your skill has increased.
But my MP's back, we're going for it. Did I already lose my... I did. Yeah, we're definitely waiting for my MP then, because my refresh already wore. So how's everybody doing? What you guys up to? I know Seraphine's up to anime. Oh, yahoo, by the way, Barsing. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad of a streamer now. I didn't notice you're saying hello. I think I saw Nick's response and you guys' names have a kind of a symbol. So does TJ. Either way, I'm sorry. Yahoo. Alright, we're gonna attempt this though, chat. I'm gonna be brave.
Your skill has increased.
You said bye to my shadows.
Your skill has increased.
Paralyze. Can't do bio. Shadia. Poison. Blind. Regen on a Jita.
Your skill has increased.
That's not that much here. You can do it.
Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased.
I'm still acquired. Alright, that's one of two. Back to Providence. Now we gotta go to Sanctuary Zeta. I will say this much, chat. We got lucky. He didn't use self-destruct early. He didn't use self-destruct at all. He actually used Berserk 3 times in a row at the end. And he could have used way worse than Berserk. So when you turn these items in, he wants you to wait 3 in-game days before you can turn it in, get the sword and everything, and finish the job unlock. So we wouldn't wait in Norg that whole time. But getting them turned in would be important. Then maybe going and farming up some of the other stuff. While we're here at the book, let's get a fresh refresh. And then I can hydrate. Yahoo, Seraphina. Welcome back from your anime. I'm just gonna check with the Winter Soldier. There are no deliveries that I can do, right? I have them all delivered? Okay. I was pretty sure that the Baldunia one was the only one I had left, but I just wanted to be sure. Let me take the hydrate while I'm walking over there. Well, I guess the raise glitch is on Cat's Eye too. My Kursala character had the raise glitch dance. This is when I'm actually gonna be in real danger. I have to be careful. Wrong Hickory this time, because he had the sword. I mean, technically so is Corellia. But Volker's Volker's amazing. If you know, you know.
Your skill has increased.
I refrain from doing blank just yet.
Your skill has increased.
Aquaville should last for a while, right? Okay. We had a bit of a walk, but the music is good, the zone is beautiful.
Skill has increased.
Never saw that I wasn't totally about to walk the wrong direction. Nope. No, I never do that. I know, it's such a beautiful zone. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's our spot, so I'm waiting till I get MP. And then we're gonna pop it. I have to use a hatchet too. I'm gonna get a hatchet out of my thing. Music? What's that music? Okay. Let's give it a try.
Your skill has increased.
I'm gonna do a burst Enra because they have a nasty AoE.
Your skill has increased.
Yeah, regen on him. Get paralyzed on the tree.
Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased.
Oh, I should have ate the fruit for this. I'm still gonna be asleep for a couple more seconds. Yahoo, Yahoo, Zayden! It's because of those chests and their random codes, Brianna. You find them so fascinating that the gameplay loop has grabbed you.
Your skill has increased.
Alright, let's pull out some poison. Pinecone bomb's no fun. Alright, now that I'm poisoned, take Cure and Volker,
Your skill
then a
has
regen.
increased. Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased.
You think you could put me to sleep? I drank poison fruit, Mr. Tree. No, no, no for you. I have fresh regen and Volker.
Your skill has increased.
Sacred Branch, Sacred Steel. Thank you, TJ. Okay, both monsters have been taken out. We're gonna warp ring back to Juno. And then hop on the Cosm plane. I have not seen one yet, Brianna, but we probably will once we start poking. When I finish this samurai thing, I suspect what I'm gonna do. I should check the weather report on the Cat's Eye website just to see. But first, we're gonna finish the samurai thing. And actually, the jungles might be. We're gonna be going through the jungle, so the jungles might be sunny. But after Samurai's turned in, that's the last job other than Summoner. And all I need for Summoner is Ice Weather, which you guys saw me fail that try. Aw, it's a nice GM. Hello, Mr. GM. They're in the Final Fantasy XIV character. You recognize them there, Brianna? With Monstrosity on retail, you can play these little guys. I have access to them on my account. Very strong. Brigands. Except, I did say I was running to the airship, didn't I? Oops. Yeah, the other way. But I'm glad I ran this way because I got to bump into the GM. It might be. I've seen him a couple times. Honestly, even on Horizon, I've seen Eric hang out at Lower Juno. It's pretty commonplace for GMs to hang out. Going down like I'm gonna buy something. I use the Chocobo Hut a lot, okay? He has his bench spot. Yeah. I honestly think it's a pretty good spot. When we were doing the collab, we had the GM pop in, and remember they were the campfire? I thought that was really cool. You know, one of these days, I wonder if I could connect with a GM and create a custom event. I think there would be a very, very fun custom event. But I don't know if the GMs would be cool with it or not. It'd have to be some pretty cool GMs because it could get chaotic if it's not, like, done properly. And there'd have to be some pretty good ground rules before any of it got turned on. But the concept in my mind, just so I'm not like... Should I say it, chat? Because chances are, all of a sudden, somebody in Cat's Eye or Eric or somebody's gonna try it. Alright, well, just clip this if somebody takes this later. Well, it's gonna be on YouTube forever, whatever. I'll have my record somewhere. So, an agreed upon party. With the GM's blessing and agreed on to only attack people that challenge them, right? And so it's an organized group, you know, healer, like all that kind of stuff, level 75, or maybe they even get bumped up to level 80 just so they can survive the onslaught better or whatever. Like a temporary bump to level 80 or 85 or something. And then they get to challenge people at the entrance of Juno or whatever, like out in Roland Mart. Or maybe even inside Juno, but probably Roland Mart. Roland Mart might be a little laggy though, so maybe it should be like Saramung Champagne outside there, or outside of Battaglia Downs. Battaglia Downs might actually be the best, because that's got that like blown up boar setting. But yeah, and then anybody that comes out, it sends like a global message like evil, or not evil, but like darkness controlled adventurers are challenging anybody willing to fight them outside of Lower Juno or Port Juno or whatever, right? And so then anybody that walks out of there, it is within like 150 yalms, gets a PvP marker. And it's like the opposite PvP as the Darkness hero team. And so the Darkness hero team can attack anybody that's in their range, and anybody can attack them. And then whatever group takes out the Darkness team gets like a big prize. And then the Darkness team, for participating and being good sports, gets a prize too. I know, it probably sounds a little wild and zany, but you know people would love the crap out of that, right? Am I like crazy to think that would not be entertaining as heck? Nah, I thought it was a good idea at least. But like little custom content like that would be exciting. Now they've done some cool stuff, like Horizon had this one time. Yahoo there, Meeple. So Horizon had this one event that you guys, I don't know if you remember seeing me do on stream. We had to turn into a level 1 bird in Ottawa Chasm and climb the Chains of Permathia plateau climb. Now I was double checking my lurks, Maple. Sometimes I'll have like, so I asked this whole question, I went off on this whole rant. You might have just got in, right? And I thought it was kind of cool and exciting, and I asked what people's thoughts were on it, and then absolutely nobody said anything, so I guess it wasn't that good of an idea. Okay, alright, we're getting feedback from Zayden on YouTube. Okay, Zayden, alright, yeah, sure, you know, I do other stuff while I watch streamers and stuff too. Okay, I'm glad somebody heard it. Alright, Maple, I'm gonna try to summarize it as quickly as I could, right? And yeah, there would have to be... I agree with that, TJ. So, a group of players that would agree to only attack the people that, like, are coming after them would get PvP status from a GM and maybe a bump of like 5 levels or maybe 10 levels. And they would be outside of Juno, like either in Battaglia Downs or Saramung Champagne. A group of 6 of them, or maybe 18. It depends on how many people, how big the server is, right? And then there would be a system announcement that says, you know, a group or a party or an alliance of heroes controlled by darkness are outside of the zone of Juno at blah 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 blah. Avoid and use caution unless you're willing to fight to the death or something like that, right? And people that go out get the PvP status if they're within an X amount of yalms of these guys. And so, like, these guys gotta be smart. They're not just gonna attack people that walk out like some newbie, level 20 character or whatever. Go do a quest and cut them down. Like, that's not gonna help anything. But, like, when another organized group of heroes that wants to beat these guys down and get credit for taking them out comes out organized, and there's like a clash of the titans right outside of Juno, I think it would be pretty cool. And then GMs could throw out prizes to whatever group beats them, and then the darkness group for participating in the event. Well, as long as they're good sports, I think it would sound fun as heck, personally. As long as the rules were like pretty clear that the darkness group can't go killing people that are actually like playing the game and going off and doing casual content. Like, it would be pretty clear when a group of organized adventurers is about to try to take you on. Yeah, I really need to do that quest for the Cosm turn in chat. Getting to Norgis would be way quicker if I could just take the boat in Mora. I think I'm gonna find those Mandragora dewdrops after this. Really wish I walked into Selbina first, because I think I just got the pollens. So Maple, we did the Dragoon fight, finished Dragoon. Midas tried to help, but it got kind of buggy, but we were still able to squeak it out. Just finished the Samurai fight, so now I'm going to go turn in them, because you know you gotta wait 3 days for the Samurai one, right? And then I still need the fire and ice for Summoner. I ran up to Zarkabard to deliver the supplies, because Windy has control of that area. I was hoping to either get it in Glacier or Zarkabard. Zarkabard had darkness weather, and Glacier was clear as a button. Probably the first time I've ever seen it with nothing. And yep, so no luck on ice. But I'll try it again at some point. So figure it was time to work on some alternatives instead of just standing in Zarkabard forever. No high wind on this server. High highs, and I'll give you kudos. Eric, I'm gonna call it now. High wind is pretty darn cool. I wish it didn't crash as bad. I wish it didn't need as many players. Like, it popped more often. I don't know. I don't know how you balance it out, but the concept in general is really cool. You did a fly on them. Oh, did you beat Valkyrie Emperor? The venture thing. Yeah. So sometimes I don't completely understand it fully, Maple. But there's a message and it'll be like, ventures have been paused in this zone because there's some NM that's like ruining. Yeah, it's like a high wind thing, exactly, yeah. And it'll be like, this NM is ruining ventures in this zone. And you will literally see everybody and their mother run to that spot, and then just like it pops in like 5 minutes or whatever, and then everybody on the server that's near there just beats the crap out of it. And I think it has prizes and stuff. I don't, honest to goodness, I don't know. But it definitely sounded pretty cool. I probably should have put more effort into researching it, but the other, you know how it is with 11, right? There's so many things to do, and you can only fit so much in a day. So I usually squeak out a couple goals. I'll write out like 5 or 6 goals for a week, and then try to knock them out with a couple backup goals and such. That sounded like you were sneaking in a Final Fantasy X reference there, Brianna. So how are you doing, Maple? What level is your Crystal Warrior at and stuff? And how is your Ace doing and all that? I got all my my eco and weekly Horizon stuff done yesterday. So I'm ready to try to level the Dark Knight, but I'm not looking forward to it. It's level 18. Helping Kento get some gear? I know Big Door's ready for some job items. Well, I mean, okay, he does, maybe not. Maybe he can get to 18, but he was level 17. Ah, nice. Congrats on the Leaping Boots. I haven't farmed that stuff yet. I really do. I need that for my dancer. The Emperor's Hairpin and the Leaping Boots are just like the dancer god tier. Well, till later anyway. Yeah, I remember watching you on your stream. I remember watching you get the Battle Boot gloves. Yeah, they seem easier than I thought they were gonna be. They're really good mid-tier gloves, too. It seems easy to get as well. Well, that's cool. I hope you and Kent are having lots of fun. I'll probably be out in one of the newbie zones beating up stuff soon. But, yeah. Radiant Cosm, cool. Not as long as a water boat ride. So we're pretty much just gonna hop on a chocobo and run down to Norg. While I'm there, I might want to finish the Utsasemi and the Tonko quests. But I still gotta go and pick up the sword later? I don't know. But yeah, I guess it depends on if I get there and turn it in before light stays over. I don't know if I'm gonna be that fast though, chat. That's like 4 hours from now. And that music overlapped there for quite a bit. It's because the zone loaded so fast. The music didn't have a chance. Yeah, I'm too low of a level to use the Elshimo Uplands Warp. And we haven't had control of Elshimo Lowlands with Winders yet. For me to do a delivery here to have an easy way to get here. There is the Rashides way though, so... There's alternatives, but I need to do it the old-fashioned way. Hello, tree. You pull off the map menu, and your character's kissing a wall. Oh, that. Okay, never mind, I'm fine. That's an alarm. Yahoo, James. Hope you're having a good night. No, I might need a mod for adding rising music to the zones that don't have music. I might need a mod for this, chat. It's kinda killing me. I like a lot of the Horizon tunes they have for the zones without music. There's only like maybe one or two I'm not super fond of. Stop down here. Alright, almost there. Yahoo, Brennan. Thanks for the lurk. Hope you're having a good day. And good morning then, James, for sure. For me, it's good evening. For you, it sounds like it's good morning. Like at Ohio gozaimasu. So we didn't get lucky with fire weather in the desert or in the jungle here. That would have been nice. Nice little convenient, you know.
Your skill has increased.
So I was thinking about the lore of this area, right? Yeah, weather and time and stuff are super important, Brianna. And for notorious monsters, like, some monsters will only pop when, like, it's windy weather or ice weather and so on and so forth. Some monsters will only pop when the moon phase is at a certain point. There's a lot... The levels of complexity are very, 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 very high. The levels, like... I've been playing this game since I was, like, in high school. And I still don't know everything about it. I know tons and tons and tons about it, especially its lore. But, like, I don't know everything. And then even on top of that, even if you knew everything about this game, being able to play the game well is a completely different skill, too. I like to think I'm okay. But I've definitely seen some amazing players. Like Dex and stuff. Like, I talked to Dex a bunch. Dex has been in my chat. And Dex is the one who did the Bahamut and Chaos fight. With Shiraj and everybody. Like, that's awesome. That's a huge accomplishment. I'm so glad that you're still people, like, pushing hard and teaming up and trying to beat the impossible fights. Okay, chat. We have less than 1 beta hour to turn this in and get this cutscene. I think we're gonna be okay, but I still gotta hurry. I thought like the world's gonna come to an end, it's just gonna make it take longer. Oh, okay, no cutscene, perfectly quick. No worries, buddy. I got it to you before lights they ended. Oh, you know what? I can't do the use a semi quest because I don't have a silver beast coin. I sold my last beats Ucha semi beast coin, but I can do the Tonka one. Yeah, so it's gonna take him 3 days, Brianna, to finish that samurai sword. The materials I gave him, he makes me a samurai sword, a level 1 one called the Mumito. And, he can't finish it until 3 in-game days have passed, which Vanity L day is about 52 minutes. Let's not give the nice people at Square Enix any ideas, Brianna. Because knowing them, they would probably go, that's a great idea, why don't we do that? Let's not encourage that particular gameplay fun concept, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to as well, thank goodness. Okay, got the sealed iron box. So Keel and Norg is the one that gives this, but you have to have enough fame. And I don't have the silver beast coin. Is there somebody around on Cat's Eye that can open up the silver door? Nah, they probably couldn't get here very easily. You're like, who can open up the silver? You know, maybe let me just poke over by it and see. Before I, warp out, let me turn this in and get my Tonko scroll. And then see, you never know, maybe somebody's gonna go farm a, chest key or something. It's not a super far walk, right? Right? Nah, I probably should just wait. I can't believe, I thought I had one left. I was pretty sure I still had one in a box when I sold that other one, but I guess not. It's not a gold beast coin I've kept around. Usually I would just buy them from the auction house whenever I need them, but with Crystal Warrior it's like, no. He's gotta stay around. Nobody saw that. I didn't totally just start to walk in a circle, no. They did not design a circle, and I did not totally start walking in it. Uh-huh. Fire weather in West Altepa. Okay. Who can give me a freaking teleport Altep? If not, I'm gonna start running my blood out there. Still have my prod ring on, right? Okay, nope. I don't have my prod ring. Alright, so to get out there, goodness. Alright, Keel, I got your box. I was gonna say, I'm like, I did the quest. I had to talk to him twice. And we're warping out of here. It's too late for Taytaka to be up. Hey, Taytaka! Save me. But I don't think I'm gonna get one, chat. I think I'm gonna have to bust my hiney and get over to, Titabricuan, I think, by the time... You know what? We're going for it, chat. We're going for it. If it just started there, it just started. Maybe we could hurry. We're pretty much trying to rush to Gustaberg warp now. Gonna try for this fire weather. If by some crazy chance, chat, we get the fire weather, I might check to see if ice weather's back in UCD around then. Oh, you know what? I didn't check for ice weather, too? Oh my gosh. I didn't run out to the Olgren Range. What was I thinking? So this should be the last job, Brianna. By the time, if this gives us what we're looking for, and I'm just stretching here. So unless some crazy distraction like leaping Lizzie's up or something, we're running to Bastok, right into Bastok Mines. I'm gonna run right into Zerun Mines, and it's a quick run through Korloka too. And we're gonna be in Easter. Now if I rush it right over to Western, It's not a long walk. I don't even need to get on like a chocobo or anything. But the problem is will the weather hold long enough? I hope it does. When I run out of spreader boot charges, I won't be so brave. But these long walks aren't as bad while I have these boots. It's almost like at noon. I gotta give Cat's Eye Dev Team credit, because, like, I remember Maple asked me. Maple was like, so what are they gonna give you at level 30? I'm like, oh, I don't know. So Maple, it was the sprinter boots with, how many charges did I have? 15 charges. I have now burned through 9 charges of them. It gives you an hour of run fast. But it's quickening, it cancels when you get in battle. Or if you get hit or whatever, so like... Yeah, it's good. It's nice. You know, every little bit of running fast is wonderful. And it can stack with gear, too. I didn't think he'd be up, but I wasn't sure. Or she'd be up. I don't know what gender Leaping Lizzie identifies as. So 4 times to get the boots. I forget how many times I killed it on my ace character. Hello, Rock. No, Carnera has that really good samurai katana. If I started seriously taking samurai up, I would farm the crap out of that katana. So I don't know, chat. Part of the reason I was doing this, I know you guys are probably curious, like, why I always go so hard on all the jobs. I like options first off. But second off, I don't know, part of me wants to, like, turn this into a little bit of a game. That, like, whenever I play Unbreakable Crystal Warrior, like, people will be able to, like, spend points to see, like, I'll level a job. You know? And then, like, I'll play on that job. And then we'll see if it shatters or whatever. I don't know. thank you guys. Run away. I'm running to the mod house, but that's not where we need to go. No, there's not a way to do it yet, Zayden. It's like a way I'm trying to think of making like the streams interesting. And like this mode's so brutal, right? And so like a fun way to do it would be like, which job do you guys want to see me work on Unbreakable today or something, you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be fun personally. 'Cause I know all the jobs, I know 22 jobs. Not that I can unlock all 22 jobs in this mood yet. I have to have one job at 75 first. And become unshatterable. Unless my crazy butt wanted to prestige, which I'll be honest with you, chat. The appeal is very low to me, prestige. The buffs are not worth the amount of hours that I would put in. That's just me being honest. Midas. Is it in east? We're pretty close. At this point, I kind of just want to walk over to east and check. No, it wouldn't be a redeem, TJ. Yeah, it wouldn't work as a redeem. I agree with you there. Like, you make a good point. It would be like something like on a Unbreakable Crystal Warrior focus stream. So, like, it'd be like certain days of the week or like a couple days a month or like something like that or whatever. And then at the beginning of the stream, and then like at certain points, like maybe every like hour or something. And then people would spin. And, like, they could either spin for me to continue on the job I'm on, or to warp and switch to another job and then pursue that. It sounds like, yeah, sounds like 12 is in your future there, Brianna. With its very confusing and lore-filled opening that you won't know anything about until about 20 hours in. Yeah, maybe not 20 hours in, like 10 hours in, you start to learn a bunch about it. I was so confused after the open at 12. It was so beautiful and pretty. And looked so amazing, because it's like Evilus. And it's like alive and vibrant. I had no idea what was going on or what half this stuff was. And then around 10 hours in, it's like, ah... Okay. I'm starting to get it a little bit. Yeah, the music is very good. I love 12's victory fanfare best, actually. It's probably my favorite victory fanfare, because it's like a symphony. But as far as the gameplay goes, though, chat, I'll be honest, I'd rather play Final Fantasy XI. Because they're very similar in gameplay. I always tease that 12 is the offline 11. It's different, don't get me wrong, 12 totally has its own identity. But there are echoes of similarities in the gameplay, for sure. The one echo I wish 11 had, though, if we're talking about echoes in the gameplay, is I wish we had gambit systems for the trusts. I think that for Crystal Warrior, the first 40 levels that they were going for here, too, was kind of supposed to be like that adventuring fellow vibe. See, that's why I didn't give up, Midas. I'm on my way. We're in map 2 of Koraloka Tunnel. I appreciate you looking out. Midas could not teleport me there, so Midas went to scout the weather situation. Like a storm chaser. So yeah, Midas, I thought that garrison last night was super duper easy. Aren't they always that easy? Like, why are people so scared of garrison? Like, you guys are very easy to heal. I just pretty much had regens on you guys, and I didn't even have to cast a single Cure 3. I mean, I did some Cure 2s for sure. I was tossing Paralyzes and, Dias and stuff, but, like, it wasn't, like, insane. It was like 2 goblins, 2 goblins, 2 goblins, 3 goblins.
Your score has increased.
Ah, yeah, that would do it. So they're all kind of that easy then. Right, so people just get frightened. I guess that makes sense. Nobody wants to shatter, but at the same time, it's like if you have a coordinated team and everybody's paying attention, that was not bad at all. That's fair. Yeah, if you went out with 6 white mages, I don't think it would go very well. Don't get me wrong, chat. White mages can melee. You guys have seen me fight tons with my white mage. But that doesn't mean they're the best DPS. It just means that they can do it for their own survival, but that doesn't mean it's ideal. They can do it pretty darn good once you prepare for it, too. But even then, they're still gonna get waffle stomped by, like, a Dark Knight. Or, like, a warrior with Mighty Strikes on, or a monk with 100 Fists. We're almost here, West. Please hold the fire. Yeah, exactly. Like, damage is nice. That's why I love Holy, too. Holy's nice. Very expensive, but when you burst a light with it, it's so good. We did it, chat. You see that fire icon? I saw it when we zoned in. Ah, that beautiful red on the carbuncle ruby. Let's go. So ironically, blue is gonna be the last one I have to get on this. Alright, let's poke at the weather thing here real quick. Fresh page. Ice. Ishigan Glacier common. Castle. I don't think you get it in Castle, though. Regiment Press. Zarkabard. Airclaw Pinnacle, Ishigan Glaciers, Wall Baileys, Cheyenne Soja, Ranjima, Olgan Range. Alright, well, it's saying there's a chance. So chat, you know what we're gonna have to do. It is back to Ranafor. Thank you, Midas, for looking out for me. I know, you said you're working on your staff skill. But regardless, I appreciate the heads ups and reports. I am not. Notice I keep running back to Winders? Since I've done Garrison, does that mean I can unlock it now? I honestly haven't looked it up yet. You guys saw the last stuff I did pretty much. Well, okay, I guess not. There was some stuff offline I did. I've been going real hard on these job unlocks. I get kind of single-minded. Once I had 30, I'm like, okay, I need to get all these done before I shatter anything else. Especially when I shattered the Red Mage, it became like a triple priority. Yeah, that's what I figured. And that's a nice OP to have, because it has not been under Winder's control for, as you know, a minute. Grab some refresh. Oh, nice, bro. You're in Windy? Yeah, Windy's a really pretty nation. Don't get me wrong, Bastock is my favorite personally, but Windy is close. I tease Sandy the most. It's not that Sandy's even not that bad of a nation. They're actually a really good nation, but like they all got their interesting lore. Sandy probably has the coolest sounding newbie area with its music. But, you know, obviously, Bastock always has that real special place in my heart. And they're still in their glitched depots. Oh, yes, I've only ever done Gideous Incursion so far, Midas, but because now that I know I can outpost warp over to Ranafar and Gustaberg super easy, I am less frightened of joining those now. Because I have those outpost warps, so I can join those pretty easily from Link Shell stuff. I just gotta pay more attention for them. And I probably will pay a lot more attention once I have a lot of options for jobs to bring. You let me go to Zarkabard, actually? Oh, okay, fine. I figured I was too low of a level for it. Can't blame me for trying. I did the delivery.
Your score has increased.
Do you need a banner? So, like, after you complete, or you mean so to knock out one of the other, to knock out one of the other incursions? Because the Beastman banner you can use to start incursion, right? Well, if you're ever interested in doing one of those other zones. Now, I am pretty darn close to finishing these last two jobs. So I think I want to prioritize that first. We're on the countdown. We're on day 2. So 1 day is passed. So then after Dark's day is over, there's the Earth's day. Either Earth's or Dark's, but either way, when this day is over, I'll be 1 more day till the samurai stuff. I have one of the siege balls. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. By the time I finish getting those other seeds falls, I would probably be level goodness. Who knows? I'd probably have a white mage sub job level setup done. Possibly higher, because, you know, I would be farming at least, well, if you don't have to fight anything to do the first 3 of the teleport quests. But, you have to fight stuff for teleport, yo. Gotta beat those ivory lizards up. It's a sign that you're gonna keep playing Final Fantasy XI. That makes me happy. Even if you check out the other Final Fantasies. To me, I get happy when anybody gives this game a chance. They don't gotta stick with it as long as I did. I mean, that's one thing, right? But, like, even if they just check it out for a little bit. Like, Katuki checked it out for a little bit. Naya checked it out. A lot of Seraphina's friends. Seraphina's played it for a while. Seraphina's girl, Alice. My brother's played it for many years. A lot of people in my friend circle have played this game for a couple years at least. Bombers to the Ronja mode pass again. I would call that one the Ivalish Fairy. So I know what job that Maple's gonna want me to come after this when I have this all set up. He'll be like, "Hey Sakura, come out on your Corsair and do the Corsair roll for the bonus experience points. And then probably fighter's roll for the double attack. Or chaos roll for the strength or the attack bonus." Chaos rolled really, really strong later, but early on it doesn't have as much of a boost. Oh, Maple, you know I enjoy playing all the jobs. I think you might be fascinated to get to see, you know, one of the newer jobs, but like at a lower level format like that when we're leveling and stuff. It's probably a little bit different exposure than you seeing it like 75 cat size Ace when they blast through stuff with like 5 tiers of prestige and like power levels that never existed in the 75 era.
Your skill has
I hate to actually say it, and I'm not trying to make anybody cats I feel bad, but that's probably my biggest beef with Ace. Not that I dislike Ace, or if I have to nitpick. You get very, 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 very strong. But then again, I mean, you get in retail, you get silly strong too. When you hit those levels of power, where it's like nothing's really a massive threat to you. Let's see how quick I can be about this. Gotta make sure I get this invisible real fast. You know how quick they close that door on me. I'm going. Hey, Bee Sneak Glacier, don't let me down this time. The weather report says you got common chance of snow. Then it also said Zarkabard has common chance of snow tomorrow, too. So all hope is not lost. The Evelyn Alliance. Speaking of tactics, you know. Okay, alright, I'm gonna get Maple. I'm not trying to trigger Maple, but okay. How about this? Instead of talking about Tactics the PlayStation game, I'm gonna talk about Tactics Advanced on the Game Boy Advanced, which I also liked. Then again, not everybody liked that one because the judge system was very annoying. But in the late game, you start getting cards that can control the laws and manipulate the laws and stuff. And so you start, like, creating laws that, like, mess up your opponents. And, like, you know, manipulating them in a way to give yourself advantage. Good luck on your skill ups, Midas. Yeah, back and forth till the laws change that too. Yep, lots of back and forth until the laws are in your favor. Yeah, you know. And so, like, you get to this point where it's like, all of a sudden you don't view it as this massive limitation. You view it as another system of control. Come on, snow weather. Come on, Glacier, show me snow weather. Yes, double ice. Let's go. Well, that means I'm going back with the Providence ring. It turned into Carbuncle, the Carbuncle Ruby. It's probably still in my inventory even though it looked like it shattered. Okay. Sprinter shoes. Yeah, ice, baby. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna outpost Warpath to run far again. But we're gonna run to the south this time. It's not that far of a run to Carbuncle, so I don't think I'm gonna need to grab a Chocobo. after you guys see me building up power on my character, even with shatters and stuff like that, like, there's a reason I'm going through all this, and so when I wind up, you know, leveling these characters and everything, I don't have to, like, stop until, like, Genki 1. I can just, like, have fun with them, and it's like an infinite playground of options, and I'll have to be like, oh, I don't have that yet. So, like, access and systems and all that kind of stuff is, like, big priority to me. So, like, getting the characters, getting the slots, so my inventory's not so stressed. Maybe getting a couple of the inventory quests done, but I don't know, that might involve too much crafting. Those things. It's like a little bit each day. And then you can see me, like, all of a sudden getting into Beastie and Glacier because I have outpost warps now that can get me to the nations quickly, and I can get to both boats, and now I have the Azov Isle warp stuff. I had Imperial Standing. I could actually teleport out there. That's something I'll have to work on. Going out to Ottergon and, leveling something a little bit. Either a level 20 camp, so I have to keep that in mind. I guess that makes an added incentive to do those things, you know? To get it done at level 20 instead. Because if there's camps out in Ottergon at level 20, I waited till level 30 because of the advanced jobs. But it seems like they've added a carrot 10 levels sooner. Easy walk. Look, the end's right down here. And then we'll create a rainbow for the zone for the day, because somebody unlocked Summoner. I don't know if it's glitched on the server or not, but that's what's supposed to usually happen. Okay, it's a slightly longer walk. We don't have any music, so we're gonna put on some music. We're gonna do Pixels and Dust Sparkles as we run to unlock Summoner. I thought Samurai was gonna be done before Summoner, if I'm being honest, but hey, I'm here for it. I still think you should play them all, Brianna. I had to pause it, chat. I'm pretty sure this has music. It's windy here though, so I don't know, might mess with the rainbow. But it's not rainy. Rainbow time done. You can now become a summoner. You can now unlock Carbuncle. Alright, so I have two options from here. I can either go try to farm in Dragger Dewdrops and then get the Norg Warp that way, or I can go take slow boats and airship again to Kazum. It's still gonna be another full day anyway, so since it's gonna take time, I think it's probably smarter to try and get the parts for completing that. Okay, where is the rainbow? Alright, you guys got to see the rainbow in the cutscene at least. It's technically nighttime. Wow, the Titan moon is, or the Titan star is very, very bright today. There's Garuda. As the other ones are behind the clouds. The Titan moon, you can see it clear as day. Or, I keep calling it moon, but star. Maybe it's Shiva? Oh no, that's Garuda, because Shiva's up there. Nah, well, yeah, you do. I think so. Maybe not. No, I guess not. Nope. Yeah, it's not showing up on the list. It would show up as the top one if you would get those hourly rotation ones. Somehow he managed to disable those. Good questions, Airway. I didn't notice that till you asked. I don't think we're gonna get a rainbow though, chat. and it won't be sunrise for a bit. So, that's sad. I am gonna outpost warp out to Cole Shushu on my white mage. And we're gonna go beat up and hopefully get some club skill ups. That's a fair point. Yeah, Zerway. Honestly, the crystals are really good. So, like, when you set the crystals Zerway and you go into an incursion, like, let's say for me, right, Gideus? Set the wind crystal in one at least. And oh my gosh, you're gonna get so many sparks. So I was trying to figure out what would be good items to toss in my new slots and pull them out of my mog safe. So I threw an ash pole in there for staff scaling ups and having a decent staff for the white mage. And then I threw the Nexus Keep. Once you have Tenshoto access, even on Crystal Warrior, you do have the Nexus Keep. It's level 30 though, so I would like, so for instance, let's say Midas or some other character. Oh, wow, Midas, I could have teleported to you. Oh my gosh, I could have Nexus Keep to Midas. Why didn't I think of this? Oh my gosh. To get the fire weather. Anyway, it's not the end of the world now, but like just other like, let's say there's like a really difficult to get Aragon warp. Like deep in Electricity Atoll comes to mind. Like it's deep in the Arapago Reach. But right outside there's a book where obviously the Crystal Warrior wouldn't use the book. But if you run outside there, somebody can Nexus Keep to you, and then the Electricity Atoll warp is very, very close from there. Thanks for coming out, TJ. Appreciate you. We're gonna be wrapping up soon here. I just wanted to get in position for this, because this is gonna be the thing to do. Don't you know, you might even get one before we wrap up. In my mind, if I knock this out, I can just take the boat instantly over to Nord. And then pick up the samurai thing when I'm ready. Or whenever it's done. Which would be like, at this point, 22... a little bit less than an hour. Oh, I just ran right past it. You tell I'm getting tired, chat? Just a wee bit. In a bad way. Just like that getting ready to wind down. Washoo-shoo. There you were. This outpost is thankfully very close to Tahongri Canyon. Alright, chat. We've seen the mage. We've seen Volker. Let's bring Corellia out. For fighting these guys. We're gonna be beating up all the Pygmatoid Mandragora. Definitely getting at least one dewdrop before we call it for the night. Not on Thief, unfortunately. I wish I could sub 15 Thief for Treasure Hunter. I'll try to get into an incursion on Thief at some point, just for having it as an option. But, yeah. Oh, there's one. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Your skill has increased.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, apparently I need some club skills anyway. White scan says there's a bunch to the south. Okay. Come here, Mandragora. Eat my club.
Your skill has increased.
Two-leaf Mandragora, bud. Not quite friends. A blue treasure chest is not a puzzle treasure chest. Sorry, Brianna. No puzzle chest there. Okay, so to the west. I'm greedy though. I need to share your Mandragora dew buds. Ashuma. I don't want the treasure chests. I want the Mandragora dew buds. Actually. I know there's another one near here. Where is it? Hungry Canyon? This is a popular, low-mid area. Lots of monsters to fight, keep you occupied. Lots of interesting drops you can get to. It can be kind of dangerous the closer you get to mazes or Krami, depending upon your level. Especially at nighttime. Oh, there's one. Alright, we got one. I think we need 4 or 3. I think we need 4. Maybe 3. Pretty sure it's 4 of them. And then worse. Unfortunately, Sakura Cotton is not what we were here for. Turby East. Alright, chat. I think I'm gonna take out one more of these guys, and then we're gonna find somebody to raid because it's getting late. But you have an idea what I'm up to. Pretty much just gotta get a couple of these. Go to Norg. We're delivering them. You know, finish that whole time to get Gilgamesh's lighter or whatever. Not that I think they give it to me as a key item. Get the boat to Norg. Pick up Samurai Sword. And all 20 jobs done. Other than the 275 jobs. That's a whole separate, you know, the whole separate thing.
Skill has increased.
Ooh, another Saruta Cotton. Another one close by. There is. Okay. Fine, fine. I see you. Come on, cough one up. Give me halfway there. Geomancer and Rune Fencer. You can usually unlock them at level 30 on retail. But for this server, for some reason, the custom quest they have written for them, you can't do until you're level 75. I think it's because they don't have a Genkai quest written for them. But then again, they've written Genkai custom quests for the wings, and I'm pretty sure the Outer God jobs as well. So, I don't know. I think that was an intentional choice. Oh, there's 3 of them? All to the south? Let's go. Okay, chat. I know. They're all so close together. Oh yeah, we can see them all too. Okay. We're gonna beat these 3 up and then we're donesies. We're just gonna hang out at this spot and wait for repops. Especially because we still have 22 Vanadial hours to wait.
Your skill has increased.
I should be pulling these with Banish. I didn't cough up anything. Alright, we'll chat. Throw this on. Hope everybody had a really good time. I did. Technically, I still gotta go to Nord. I need to take the airship. I really have trouble with these dewdrops. I'll be hanging out, trying to get these that repop over and over again till they give me the dewdrops that I want. And picking up that samurai sword to finish the 20th job. At that point, so next time you see me play this character, I'll probably be going very hard on Dancer and other jobs and stuff. We'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll play a little bit off stream too, of course. But I hope everybody had a wonderful time. Tomorrow I'm gonna probably try to get in a Dark Knight party, but you know how that's gonna go. I might just seek and then just do this. And then, who knows, I'll probably never get a party then. So, really, I might have to build my own party if I want to get Dark Knight level, so I might have to suck it up. We'll have to see. Alright, everybody, let's see who's on. I see Crab Dancer's on. Finish Bellum's on. What's That's on. Valnor's on. We raided Valnor recently. We haven't raided a bunch of Crab Dance in a while, so I think we're gonna say hi to him. Looks like he's also playing his hardcore, so this kind of is appropriate, right? Professor Crabdance is a Horizon streamer. Very cool person. His chat can get a little crazy sometimes, but very good content. A little wild, but I think he's definitely a really cool person. He's dressed up as a crab once to help with the kids program that me and Maple and a couple of us Horizon streamers were doing, and DA, Sakura and stuff, in last October. So, really good person. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't checked them out yet. And yeah, if you don't see me tomorrow, and I take the day off tomorrow, I'll probably stream Wednesday. But there's a good chance I think I'll do it tomorrow. If something comes up, I'll post to the Discord. Oyasumi nasai, matane, jane, adios, take care, heart, lots of love, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.